All right, back on trail after my zero. Legs feel good. Now I'm going up. Coming up here, it's been pretty rocky. And now, get to climb for real. That's Palmerton down there. And the other day, I came down from up there. Sorry if I'm not steady. I'm trying to balance on some rocks. All right, so I think I've gone about a mile and I've gotten the worst of the uphill out of the way. Doesn't mean it's going to be easy, but I don't think it's going to be quite as hard. Came from over there. I just think this is really pleasant. Going that way, trail's fairly flat. Rocks and roots aren't too bad. I could do 2,200 miles to this. Legs felt great coming up those rocks. I am glad I took a day off to rest. It's a pretty day. It's not cool, but it's not as hot as it normally is around here. Locals said that it's normally about 10 degrees warmer than it is today. I have an exposed spot here. This breeze feels wonderful. It's a little bit cloudy. Just a beautiful day. Came from that way over there. Several birds flying around too. Coming up from that way. Had a little bit of downhill. Now I'm going to have a 250 foot of uphill, but it's only going to be in 0.2 of a mile. So it's going to be a little bit steep. But then it should be pretty easy going again. But it's been a lovely day. Not too hot, a little bit of a breeze. It's a good day. I'm feeling good. I came from that way. And it's been a lot of rocks today. But look at this, hardly any rocks, just soft dirt, fairly flat. Beautiful, I love this. Probably won't last for long, but I'm gonna enjoy it while it does. So I drank a lot of water last night. I'm very well hydrated and brought 2.5 bottles of water out this morning. One of them's still full. So I'm not going to walk over a half mile off trail to get water just yet. Trails kind of goes between rocky and steep to flat and chill. It's kind of cloudy, nice breeze. I'm doing bigger miles than I was expecting today. Might push a little bit farther just to the next town. We'll see. It's 4:30. I just got done going about a 1/4 mile downhill to get water. This is that stretch where 20 miles all the water's off trail. So I've got it. I'm gonna head up, and like I said, instead of stopping early because I'm making good time, I think I'll go to town. There's a place that'll let me camp in the backyard, I believe. That's the town of Wind Gap. And I think I'm less than a mile from getting down there. Right, less than a mile to the road where I'll then walk in there. And I will have a 20-mile day despite not starting until 9:30. And I might find Wi-Fi. And of course, since I'm going down to a road, it's going to get rocky and steep on the way down. This is the other side of the ridge, and I don't think there's a town or anything down there, but there's a highway because it's pretty loud. Back to the trail. All right, says I'm about an hour from the tavern that I hope to find some Wi-Fi. Breaking camp, 6:30. I'm at Detsy's Tavern. Buildings over there. They had pot of coffee for us this morning. Let us use our bathrooms, and I think they're going to give us a ride. I'll show the building here on my way out. Joey at Detsy's Tavern loaded all of us hikers up into a truck, brought us to the trailhead, starting off with uphill as usual, going that way. Looks like it's going to be a cool overcast day. Looking forward to it. Less than 20 miles to the next town. Still have videos to upload. Looking for Wi-Fi. Kind of like last time, the steep didn't last for long. It was rocky. Trail kind of leveled out. Still a pretty day. I'm going that way. And I came from that way. This section right here is called Wolf Rocks. And it's not very tricky yet, but I just got started. They say it gets tricky, we'll see. Came from there, and just whenever I turned around to take this video, I noticed that there's a blaze here. I almost missed it and kept going. We kind of have a view. Well, if this is it for the Wolf Rocks, it was not very tricky at all. Making good time. Hopefully I can get to town, find some Wi-Fi. I hadn't been seeing many blossoms lately. I assumed it was just getting late enough in the year and low enough elevation that they would all fallen off. Here we got blooms. Coming from back this way. Here's a campsite with the view. Now I'm going up that way. So I had about 4 miles left till I hit town. 1.8 of those are going to be a road walk. Right around there, I think there was a view of the Delaware River. I couldn't get a good shot of it because there was a whole bunch of day hikers up there. Anyway, I'm on my way to town. Making good time. The trails, I came from that way. So I'm gonna look for a blaze and figure out which one of these trails is mine. I'm in the last 2 miles to town. Doesn't look like it's going to be as steep as some of the others going down. And tomorrow, it doesn't look like the way out is going to be nearly as steep. Doesn't mean it won't be rocky, but it shouldn't be as steep. Just about to town. Came down from there. Going over there. This is the Deer Head. The trail came down here, and whenever I got there yesterday, the only room they had left was a suite for $169. So I went to the next town over. I'm rested. I'm resupplied. Now I'm ready to get out of Pennsylvania. The bridge doesn't shake, it bounces. All right, a half hour and 1.5 miles later, I'm off pavement and onto the trail. So far, New Jersey looks just like Pennsylvania. This is just nice. Haven't had a lot of streams with cascades like this for a while. I hope I see more of these coming up. Here's my second bear. Bye, bear. All right. I don't know what these are. I'm not usually much of one for flower scents. I think they smell really nice. Started to sprinkle there for a little bit. Put the rain cover on, and then it stopped. Path got kind of rocky again. Not too worried about how many miles I'm going to do, but I'd already made pretty good time just since I started around noon, so I shouldn't have a low mile day. Doing over 10 should be no problem. It's about 3:30. This stream's flowing good. It's a little bit tinted with tannin, but it tastes fine. So I've filled up with water. It's a little bit early, but it's been raining off and on. I expect that it's going to get rainier later. So in a few miles, I will have 10 miles, good for a half day, and I think there's going to be a campsite that I like. So I'm going this way, and I came from that way. We're going to see in a couple of miles whenever I get to that campsite what it looks like. I'm pretty sure it's already raining over there. So hopefully I can set up my tent before it starts raining on me. Now here is a view. Came from over there. And I'm heading down. I think I see a blaze over there. This is going to be my campsite. A very lovely campsite it is. So I'm about 10 miles from where I started in town. The trail's up there, and you really can't see this campsite. It was hard to see where anybody else had been to it, which is my kind of campsite. No dead wood above me. Lots of spots to set up a tent. It's a little bit early, but I'm okay with that. Got a fairly early start. I really like that campsite. They had a fire ring, but you're not supposed to have a fire in New Jersey. Feeling good. Legs feel good. It's a cool morning. Fairly clear. Hopefully we don't have rain. First view of the morning. Here we've got a beaver pond. They say pond, that's a beaver lake. But there's the den. And we'll be crossing the outflow from it here in just a minute. Here's the beaver dam. No sign of a beaver. A little wet. And looks like they put a pipe to let overflow go, so the beavers had a little bit of help. This is the trail. That's not what a trail is. This is called a wall. But I got Hot Mess Express here with me, and I can't look like a wimp in front of her, so I'm gonna get up there. Nice and cool, cloudy, no rain yet. Got some rocks. This Hot Mess Express has been pushing me up the trail. All right. It's been a beautiful day. When we get out in these sections where we're exposed, it gets a little bit hot. But we might have to find a place to get a burger and a beer. Oh no, we want the ugly sunglasses. I don't know the name of this view, but it is a pretty view. It's a nice day. And we still got Hot Mess Express with us. And she's got ugly sunglasses that she doesn't want on the internet. It's about 7 o'clock. There's a shelter down there, privy, water source. We went and got some water, came up and got our campsites. It was a good day, nice weather, supposed to be nice and cool tonight, so we're expecting to get good night's sleep, get up and knock out 20 miles or something like that to the next town where they'll let us camp out in town, eat some more town food. It's gonna be great. Getting a decently early start today. Some more people showed up last night. Some of them I think showed up after I went to bed. Looks like another pretty day. Morning, dear. It is a nice, cool morning. Trail just flowing underneath my feet. Just like to note that this morning, this Hot Mess Express, she breaks camp in like 2 minutes. It was crazy. I was still drinking my coffee. She took off, which means I don't have any spider webs in the path. This is nice. Still making good time. I think Pennsylvania left some of its rocks laying in New Jersey. Came up from down there. The trail has been so chill lately. I haven't been paying attention to the elevation profile, but just gave us a little bit of steep. Making good time. Beautiful day. It's nice and cool. A little bit of a breeze. Feeling good. In a few miles, I get to a place that has a water spigot, and somebody says I might be able to get a Diet Coke there. So that's where I'm going to do lunch. I will have had 10 miles before noon. Making good time. It's a good day. Got 10 miles done. This is the High Point State Park headquarters. Somewhere there should be sodas. Here they are. They've got an observation deck built on the AT. This is High Point State Park in New Jersey. That's the high point. Then I go by there, but it's like a quarter-mile off trail. I don't need to go up there. And here's the view from the observation deck. Had 12 miles by noon. Got about 8 miles left to the next town, where I think I'm going to stay the night. Having a good day. I've seen a couple more of the stone walls, stone fences, whatever. They certainly have enough rocks for them around here. Came from that way, heading that way. Still feeling good. Warmed up a little bit, but it's still a beautiful day. I won't, probably won't get a lot of days as pretty as this. I've drank worse, but I don't need to drink this today. It's 2:30. I'm almost to town, and maybe a little less than 2 miles. Kind of a wet area down here. Just kind of neat. So I'm less than a mile from the road that I'm going to walk into town on. This road would take me into town, Unionville, across state line into New York. And I was looking at the map. I've got like not quite 200-foot climb up pretty steep, and there's just this hill in the middle of nowhere, and the trail just goes right over the middle of it. Not complaining. I'm not complaining. It's still early. I got plenty of energy, but it kind of looks like it's pointless, like it'd be awfully easy for the trail to have just gone around. So I know it's early, but with the no dispersed camping in New Jersey, I'm heading into Unionville, New York. Believe I can find a spot to stay around the post office. But first, I'm going to get some calories, and I'm thinking this time it's going to be pizza.